Most of us are even more qualified than the people that are admitted to the bar right now. Some of us tumekuwa pupillage under a lot of pressure. You people understand how pupillage ni ngumu sana. Umepitia pupillage, you are done with pupillage, you are now in holding over. Right now, I've been in the law firm mpaka pupils who even have come, interns wenye wamekuja wapya, wamepita exam. People that even did interview ndo ingie kwa hiyo firm, wamepita exam, and then me I'm there right now. Tena nimeanguka. I'm supposed to do it again in November. Meaning my admission must be next year. Meaning from November I've missed 5 admissions. I'll have missed 5 admissions. Yet wao wameingia kwa farm. They are now going to be admitted in September. Mimi niko tu kwa farm. You don't even know. You are too old in the farm. You are becoming now a redundancy. People are even wondering what you are doing. People are getting married. Some people have said here, my friends wanaomoka. Some people, my friends of mine, by November, they are hitting 1 year post-admission experience to the bar. People who I sat with in the class, people who were in the same farm. In fact, I was a farm leader back then. I was a farm leader. You can imagine all members wangu wa farm kadhaa wamepita. And then mimi ndio bado niko hapa nje. And Matthew, conveyancing, see it, we failed in our project work. For the people who understand, project work we scored like a 17/20. Oral zenyewe nilikuwa na 16/20. So how can you convince me that I first of all missed 15 marks to get 15 marks to pass these conversing exams in March, first of all. Secondly, how can you now convince me that I'm going to do one paper more than 3 times, reading the same content, theory ija change, syllabus ija change, vitu bado ni same? You can't really convince me. From my friends, my sister's friend mwenye amesoma for 14 years, really you can't convince me that hii kitu ijaingia, hata kama even if you are how daft you are. You can't convince me that you cannot soma kitu for 14 years na ukose kushika. So the upshot of my submission is this, mawakili. Tomorrow we must occupy CLE. Haina dawa, because if we continue with this silence, most of us tutaendelea kuumia. We are going to remain in this cycle as we see our colleagues wana flourish, wanaendelea kuendelea na maisha yao. They are getting married. Right now, you can imagine, we can't even negotiate for salary increases where we are. How can I go to my boss right now and tell him, Ebu, cheki, so niongeze salary? Namwambia on what capacity? Sijaongeza any qualification. I'm just there. Pupils wanakuja wanapita wanakuwa admitted. Mimi bado tu niko hapo. So really, we really cannot give up. Tomorrow we have to occupy CLE. And we must demand for them to give us our transcripts, our exam papers. And number 2, if they fail to give us our exam paper, my suggestion is we should be looking at a way in which we file class action, a major class action suit against CLE. One thing that I've realized is there are cases that are ongoing against CLE outside here. But the problem is we go individually. This thing we have to go as a people that have a common problem. You can't tell me that you can read one unit or even one unit more times. How many times? Almost like 3 times right now, and you are still failing. Really, I'm really pained today. It is a really sad day. I even had to ask my boss to leave work because hata sikukuwa naona anymore. These results have come in the morning, zinakuja vitu zao, and imeharibu the entire day like that. So we must look at a way in which, even if tomorrow if protest yetu is yield any results, we have to look at a way in which we press these people further. We have to look for individuals beyond hiding behind those CLE buildings and that CLE body corporate. We have to look for those individuals. We have to know who are those marking those papers and why every time that when you want to see your exam paper, they tell you come with a court order. Come with a court order. Really? I paid for those exams. Those are my marks. You can't really tell me that the results, and there's this thing in that notice that the results are the property of CLE. I really do not understand what that means. What is that? I have sat for that exam and you're telling me my mind is your property. Really does not really make any sense. We have to occupy CLE tomorrow, and we cannot be threatened. Thank you so much for giving me this mic, and we cannot give up against these people. We have to look for them individually. We have to say hello to lazima tusalimie from professor to the watchman down there tomorrow, and I'll be there.
Thank you, Manze. Mimi kitu najiuliza, Karen Nyamu alipata aje, alikuwa aje advocate, and I can't be an advocate. The way hadi anaongea, hadi mtu anasemanga huyu msee ni mjinga. Unataka kuniambia huyu msee ako na akili kushinda hao wase wote wako on this space? Karen Nyamu of all the people is an admitted advocate. But someone mwenye ako na akili has worked for the last 5 years, yeah, they have experience, and they have worked on conveyancing and commercial transactions, but they can't pass a single exam. Manze, tomorrow they should get prepared. Uh-huh. Who is this? Mosonic, speak to us.
Thank you so much.
Mrs.
Yeah, Miss Mosonic. So I was admitted last year, class of 2017. I was admitted last year. I had an issue with my commercial paper. And if there's anyone here who was also in the old regime, we had a whole different syllabus. So we did that. I think I did the paper twice. And because of the funds, I think I had taken a break and then I did the paper twice. So I sat for the paper in the new syllabus. So imagine having to cram a whole new syllabus, the new act. Lucky enough, I passed by a whisker. But today I'm here on behalf of a very good friend of mine. Tulikuwa naye class moja. She's been getting 49. 2017, she got 49. 2018, no, she did the exam both twice in 2018, 2019, 2020. To date, tena leo amepewa 49%. I am so mad. I am so mad that I even have no words to say. And surprisingly, because I think I sent, I told Billy, I tried inboxing you, DMing you rather. What is the word that we normally say? DM, whatever. Because right now her transcript amekewa X in the other exams that she had no issue with. So I am with you on this. As an advocate, I'm coming to stand with you together, because also my friend, she cannot come because she just had a new baby. So you can imagine she has a new baby. We've been trying to raise funds for the hospital bills, and then right now she's getting a 49. Tutatoa wapi tena 10,000 shillings, some 15,000 shillings for a remark. For how long are we going to do this? So I am with you. Nataka tu muniambie tunapatana wapi kesho. And Lord Dave, if they are going to suspend you, we are going to stand with you in whatever way we are going to stand with you. Because also as an advocate, you should not be cowered into silence. Because if you are going to take that silence as a threat and you're going to sit back, I don't think I'm going to be comfortable acknowledging you as a learned friend, because we are here for a reason and we have to speak on behalf of everyone, and we have to speak for those who cannot speak for ourselves. That is the reason why we went to law school. So I am going to be with you tomorrow. Let me know where. Hata sitaomba ruhusa kesho job. I'll come there and we'll stand together and we have to get the answers as to why. Because I remember at the time hata mimi nilikuwa na exit for these exams, I got surprisingly, because I had LWD and commercial, nikaekewa 98% LWD. Aya, nikajiuliza mazi, hata kama kidogo kidogo, 2 days later I did an email to them. I'm like, yo, you gave me a whole 98%, what does it mean? Ikareduciwa hadi 51. I was like, nikiendelea ku complain, they might take this away and give me a 49. So acha tu ninyamazie hii. But I am also enraged, and it is not fair that if we continue sitting like this and letting CLE get away with this, our children are going to go through the same thing. And our history will never forgive us for having to sit down and letting these people enrich themselves with our hard-earned money, and the systems are not going to change. So just let us know where you want us to be. I will be there, and we are going to march. Thank you.
Thank you, Wakili. Tomorrow we are meeting at Karen Town at 10 a.m. Manze, tufike mapema to emerge to the office. Okay, next alikuwa nani? Who is this? Sir William. Yeah. Sir William, and then Brian Kisa anaweza ongea after Sir William ameongea. Sir William. Okay, Brian Kisa, you can speak as we wait for Nani to unmute his mic.
No, I just wanted to concur with sentiments by Moson about. You see, even advocates are already supporting you guys. Now, to make confirm attendance, I also needed to ask where the venue wa kupatana ni wapi, but you've just stated it right now about mesema current towns anne.
Yes. At 10.
Yes, I just wanted to concur with her sentiments and what she's saying about it's so unfortunate when you go to school with your colleagues, mmeenda LLB together, and then you finish, and then one of your colleagues is left behind just because of a single unit. Now, one thing that has never made sense up to date, and that is a thing what Musonik has also pointed it out nicely. Those marks ni kama huwa zinabadilika by day and night. Unapata, unaambiwa these are the marks, later zinabadilishwa, unapatiwa that these are the actual marks. So it never makes sense. And that's one thing that as part of the demands that we are demanding from CLE, I believe that's one thing that should be a point of that should be a pain point for them. I also wanted to add, someone mentioned about class action, which is something that can be considered as a next step after the what do we call it, after the mass action that we intend to do about matching. What can come after next is a team can just combine themselves and do a class action suit against CL. You have all the support of councils to assist even with drafting and filing, so you don't need to worry about that aspect. But that's a good option of going forward in terms of making sure that some of these demands, those that cannot be achieved through the mass action of matching, they can also be achieved through the legal process of going to court. That's what I just wanted to add.
Thank you man. Sir William. Kesho manze tunatokea hata nikiwa mmoja, but niko sure Brian anakuja, Brian Kisa anakuja, Mosonik pia ameconfirm attendance. Make sure tomorrow at 10 tukupatana hapo current town, and then we proceed to the offices. Who was speaking next? Sir William, you can speak. Okay, Sir William, it seems he can't speak. Odinga, someone. Junior Odinga Mandago. Odinga. Kuna mtu ananisikia kweli?
Hello.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes.
Well, I'm Odinga Mandela. I would like to throw in my support for you guys because I know how it feels. It seems we are far more away from realizing what we want. It seems it is a system of cons, as we always put it, system ya majambazi, because there's no way people, you see your classmates moving on, wewe unabaki uko stuck in one place. It is the same predicament that most of us have, especially those who have been in private universities. So guys, we are supporting you. Tomorrow tunatokea, and we are asking you musitishiwe. It is your right, because mtu huwezi kuwa for doing one thing for over years unarudishwa tu. Those people are milking you financially, and that one should not be allowed. So tomorrow tokea, demand for your rights. Usitishiwe na mtu yoyote. Go ahead and demand for your rights. Thank you.
We appreciate your support, bro. Martha alafu Atieno Ogola.
Yes, good afternoon, guys. I've really waited for people to come together like this. I suffered in that CLE. I was in KSL in 2012 for the first time, not the first time. I did my exams the next year, and then I had a missing mark. During that period, we were moved, CLE was formed, I think, around 2014 there, and then we were moved to CLE. From there, it was It was chaos. I gave up. I could go. I see the missing mark. It was not my fault. I did not fail. I had a missing mark. When they were transitioning to CLE, they lost my mark. And it was only one paper. Nilifuatilia, there is a current judge who was the director of academics then. I remember he told me to my face that there is nothing I can do to you. Go back to KSL. And I left. I didn't go back to CLE for almost 5 years. And in 2020, I went back and I went and inquired again, because now it was just something that was just hanging. You have all these other qualifications, but every time you ask for a job, you're told, oh, you've not finished KSL, you've not been admitted to the bar. You are qualified, but I wish you had been admitted to the bar. You turn around here, you are looking for a job. I wish you had been admitted to the bar. So I told myself I'm going back to CLE to ask whether I can receive this paper. We applied. We even went to court in 2019, 2018. Our case went from the High Court because we were doing a judicial review. We went up to the Court of Appeal and it was dismissed. It was dismissed for reasons I don't know how. The CLE was fighting us so much. And I just want this one paper. I only want to receive one paper. Why you are fighting a young person in this country for wanting to pass and get admitted and earn a living? Some of my friends currently who I was with in 2012, some of them are even, they are big people in government. They are doing so well. Mimi nimeshinda hapo nikimark time na CLE. A whole CLE is putting together a legal team to go and fight children over one exam that I want to resit. The unfairness that I felt, and even if I was admitted last year in November, after around 12 years, 11 years, sorry. And then in 2020, I went back to KSL, CLE, and I was told, go back to CLE, KSL, and register afresh. And I registered afresh. I started from zero. It was like I have my current, the one I was admitted with is an admission number for 2020, and I was there in 2012. I repeated because of a paper that was my marks that were lost. And I kept repeating that paper, and they give you the same mark every time, 47, 48, unafika 49 wanakurudisha nyuma, mpaka 5 years inaisha. Una give up, unakasirika, because these things are very frustrating. These people don't know the cost of all these things, and there is a lot of gatekeeping. I'm not ashamed to say this because me, I've suffered. Whoever is sitting there, people, CLE was formed, and people who are in charge of KSL wakasonga wakakuja wakacontrol CLE, because this exam is what has money. These people are using these CLE exams, these bar exams, to make money and to ensure that they are not allowing young people to come up and get into practice and earn a living. Tunakaa tu hapa tukiulizwa, unaambiwa nyumbani wewe ni wakili, lakini wewe ni wakili half baked because you will not be admitted, but it feels like there is just justice that is not enough. Tomorrow mimi niko na nyinyi hapo Karen. My office, I opened an office in Ngong this week. And I'm coming to demonstrate with you. Every business is closed tomorrow. Mimi nakuja kudemonstrate because CLE ilitupitisha vitu mingi sana. It is just no, it feels like my human rights were violated by being in CLE. Thank you.
Asante manzee Martha. Atieno Gora, afu nimeona mwalimu Jackton ameingia space, so after Atieno Jackton ataongea.
I hope you can hear me well.
Yes, we can.
Thank you. So I'm glad lawyers have been able to come together to be able to fight for their own rights, because CLE has been causing a lot of depression to lawyers, and it's time we also fight for our own rights. One thing I'd like to say is this. I've seen CLE has been acting with a lot of impunity. I know people who have actually even been bribing to be able to be given marks. Some even sit for others' exams, okay? And I've seen also CLE does not listen to people unless you have court orders. So what I'm also advising, apart from the march we are going to do tomorrow, it's also important, as we've discussed here, we look at the way forward. Because if you do a real forensic audit of these papers, you'll find that actually people have been passing, but it's a systemic way of minting money from lawyers. So for sure, the swamp must be drained. We've seen doctors have also done their part yesterday, and lawyers, you have to fight for yourselves. Personally, I'm willing and able to be able to assist in the drafting. We took CLE to court in 2021. I was admitted in 2021, and it was because of the delayed admissions. And successfully now, there are up to 3 admissions per year. So don't be afraid to fight for what is rightfully yours, and we must end the impunity. There is corruption everywhere, and we have to fix this nation. Thank you.
Asante sana manzi. Mwalimu Jackson.
Thank you so much, Dave. I'm so heartbroken. I was just waking up and I'm so heartbroken. Looking at what CLE is doing. I have around, I think they're close to now 226 messages from people that sat exams. And the results that they're having is the results they've been having for a good number of times. Now, as early this morning, the last time I confirmed, is that 99% of people that sat the exams had failed. And the bad thing, because it was a resit, everybody that sat the resit failed because of whatever CLE did. So I tried reaching out to some of my contacts that I have there. And then the first excuse they're having is that they uploaded the wrong results. They uploaded the wrong results. And it's very, very crazy. I don't know. Now, as of this time, they have changed the results again and they've uploaded another result. Now, I've written to the president, and the first thing I've told him is that the board must recall the results, and that we are not going to accept that result as it is. I've told her to call the Professor Dote and have the results entirely revoked. I mean, the CLE board must recall that result because we are not going to accept this result, even as people that sat the exams and passed, even people that have been admitted, the entire legal fraternity, we are not accepting this result. And it's good that we are finally coming together to speak against such craziness with the CLE. Now, I understand that the CEO is going out. Jennifer Gitiri's term is coming to an end, I think, this month. And for a lady that is holding a lot of government positions, it is just very crazy that she just came in the other day, which she was not supposed to be at CLE. She's been having problems with KRA from day one. And today she's the CEO of CLE, and she's leaving, if not this week or next week, with a very dysfunctional council. And it is also very funny that all the council members are sitting pretty and enjoying the money that is coming from the state office, and also students that have been receiving the exams year in and year out. So we need to call these people out. We need to start from Odote himself. We need to even tag Wanjala. Smoking Wanjala is a board member. Is I think he's on Twitter. Nyakundi George. These are members that are sitting in the council. We have Alosa, Giteria herself. So we need to call out these people. We are not going to sit. I think one of the first irreducible minimum that we are not going below is that the entire result must be recalled. There's no way around that. They have to recall the results. We are not accepting any jokes with these people now because they have been playing the same thing. 5 months ago, actually not 5 months ago, but 2 months ago, people were already seeing their results. The CLE system is so porous that you can even see your results. You log in your details and you are able to tell. You are able to tell which specific unit you failed. It's not making sense. It's not nice, guys. The entire integrity of these results have been compromised. We've had stories. We've had instances where these results have been leaked before. And they have been leaked worse than when this lady was in office for a very few times. And yes, when called upon, we can be able to swear an affidavit to that extent. So we are saying very clearly, and I saw Umwanza here, the JSC male representative, and I'm seeing some of them are also here, appearing with parody accounts. They need to reveal their faces. There's no way we are taking the results. So the first thing we've said, and I've already communicated this also, that the board must sit. and the board must recall the entire exams, the entire results. The second thing, we need an audit of the entire marking. We need an audit of the entire marking system, and then we need the mark sheets and the booklets. Everybody needs to be given the reason why, because the Constitution allows us to get information. Article 35 is very clear on access to information. We need to get access to these mark sheets, and they need to tell us on what basis is somebody getting 35 for sitting 3 things. Like somebody said in this result, if you sit these results, these exams twice, you become an expert. It doesn't make sense sitting the same paper every year, and then, the syllabus doesn't change. It has never changed. So it is very, very, very wrong. And I was hoping, I saw here, the LSK president, it is time that LSK stop sitting on the fence. We need to call these people. We need to call these people, and also you guys, you need to tag the AG. Of course, because CLE acts directly under the Office of the Attorney General, it must not be accepted. So for those who received the results, whether you've passed or not, whether that specific portal right now is telling that you've passed, whether it's telling you that you have to reject that. That result must be rejected. So we are calling for an entire recall of the entire results. We are calling for an audit, and we are calling for there's nothing like a remark. We don't need a remark. We need the results. And one thing I've already communicated also as well is that CLE must compromise. We know of the internal politics that goes on at current center. We know those internal politics whereby they keep the number of people getting into profession. They don't even mark these things. We know these things. They don't mark. Those people don't mark. Those people just sit somewhere, they get the commissions, and then they do whatever they're doing, and then they release the exam very recklessly. So we are not going to accept that moving forward. So we want the results, and we have said we just need the results. Nobody's going to pay another 10,000, another 15,000, another 2 months, another 3 months. What are you going to tell your parents? What are you going to tell your friends? What are you going to even to tell yourself when you sleep at night? What do you tell yourself? That you're not able to pass CLE after 50 sittings? It doesn't make sense, guys. So the thing that we need to do is we are rejecting the entire results, and we are marching to CLE. For those who are able to attend, you are going to CLE. And the first thing is that we are not accepting the results. It doesn't matter whether you're admitted or not, whether you're a judge, a magistrate. I'm seeing some magistrates in this space. Well done, because we need all the voices that we need. The JC, the LSK, every person needs to speak on one voice, and that one voice is we are not accepting the results. We need the board, headed by Professor Doti, to recall that entire result. Jennifer Gitiri must resign. I know she's leaving office either today or tomorrow, but she has to resign, and she needs to take accountability for all the things that are going on at CLE right now. We know what the board is doing, so we need to speak from that, and then from that point, we move forward. But we are not accepting the results, and we need to speak as a team. We need to show up tomorrow. We need to keep tweeting. We need to call these people by name. Samson Alosa, we need to call them by name because we know them. We know everyone that sits in that council. We know the people that approve the same bullshit that was sent to the board. This same bullshit result was sent to the board, and this board approved this result, knowing very well that this is not the result that is supposed to be released. The same result that was uploaded yesterday night that revealed that 99% of people that started the exam failed. An entire over 2,000 people that started the exam failed. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense even a little. So this board approved the uploading of this fake thing, and then right now they're saying that it is an ICT thing. So all the time, since time immemorial, since 2014, every time there's a proposal, CLE always say there's an ICT thing. There's a problem. And the same reason they have not given us the spreadsheet now, the PDF document that they always send, is because there's nothing to upload. There's nothing to upload. They don't want accountability. They're not showing that because they know once they send out that bullshit of a spreadsheet they have, it is over for them. So we are telling them, and we are copying all those people that are concerned. We are not getting the results. We are not taking that thing that they're uploading. They need to recall it. The board need to sit as fast as possible. They need to call the results, and they need to do a thorough audit. They need to give every person. I've seen the tweet by the president saying that CLE will be getting in touch with individual students. We don't need that. That time is gone. We need them to come out and say, we have recalled the results and we have corrected the results. And person X, Y, Z, your results are these. You have passed. So there's nothing else. There's nothing else. And moving into the future, we'll need to have a discussion. And I think Faith is taking note if you're in this call. We need to have a discussion about what is the role of CLE, really? What is the role of CLE in this legal education? And why is it a problem for CLE itself to cause a lot of mayhem on students that are trying to make that? Like a friend of mine just told me that they're even considering suicide. People are considering killing themselves. And it's not a joke. And I think it is time that people stop playing with the results. It is so bigger than any of us. So let's do this. If you are in a space where you can make time tomorrow, there's no negotiation. There's no negotiation. We are not going to talk. We have already said what we want to say. And the same thing we have said are first two things. You have to revoke the result and you have to give the results. People must pass. People have passed. We know that. We know that. Personally, I can swear an affidavit. I can swear 1,000-page affidavit even today. That is not the result. Whatever is being posted there is not the result. I can swear an affidavit to that extent. So if somebody wants me to swear that affidavit, I'm all here. I will draft it myself and it will be sworn. So let us not play. Let the board revoke that result and let them give the exact result. They know very well people have passed. I don't know why they're gatekeeping. CLE doesn't employ advocates. Why should they gatekeep on the number of advocates getting into the profession? What is the fun of having somebody do pupillage for 5 years? What is the fun of having somebody sit in a law firm, mark timing, as other people come and go for 10 years? It doesn't make sense. Make it make sense to us. It doesn't make sense. So we are sending a clear message, and these people need to be held accountable. These people are earning for nothing. All these people that are sitting in the board, they are earning for nothing. For nothing. The first mistake was having this lady sit as the CEO of CLE. It doesn't make sense. So yes, we are all boats. Any person that has received the results, that is not the result. And don't doubt yourself. Don't start thinking that you are so stupid that you couldn't pass a single paper over and over again. It's not about you. It's about a system that has been structured to fail everybody at every time. So we are saying no, the board must sit. And if they don't sit, they will see us. Yes, and if they're looking for sponsors of this movement, there's no sponsor here. Everything we are tired. We are tired. And let them take legal action and we will be there. We will meet them. Whatever they're trying to do. All of them, there's so many here. There are around 8 of them. I can't even call them by name. They're all joined in this call, on this call here. They're trying to listen in and try to threaten people that they will. Let them take legal action. Cowards. So that's what I'm saying. So let's march up tomorrow. It doesn't matter whether you're an advocate or not. This is for everyone. This is for all of us. So please, let's get out. Let's do it. Let's call these people by name because enough is enough, guys. We've suffered enough. The economy is very hard right now. We don't even have the 10,000 to keep giving CLE, 15,000. And they don't mark. That's the problem. They don't even mark. Let one of the markers come out and say, hey, I was a marker and we are at this place and we are marking. Bullshit. They don't do that. Let them give those booklets. Let them bring them. Everybody will be at Current Center tomorrow. Let them bring those booklets. They don't even have them. So we are not playing. Let the board do what they're supposed to do. And if they want war, then this is war. Thank you very much, Dave.
Asante sana mwalimu manze. You've shared an insightful stuff.